Hi mate, you okay?
You know, mate?
Yeah, what's happening? You okay?
Yeah. All good, mate. How are you?
Not bad, just in the gym now. Just thought to do it,
Yeah.
yeah, a bit quieter.
How's your day been?
So I've just been to uni and then just came straight home, straight here.
Yeah.
Same
And,
really.
um, so to start off then, I was wanting you to speak a bit about your last fight. I know you didn't get
Yeah.
the win as you would have liked to, but what did you make of your performance and the fight in general?
For me, it was quite hard to watch back. It was hard to watch back because I know I'm a lot better than the performance that I had. But it's hard to watch. But I know that I learned a lot from that fight, especially going into this next one, especially this one on Nation. It's preparing me so much better than I could have hoped and wanted. But it's just difficult, bitter pill to swallow because I know I can beat him. But he did what he had to do on the night. So
Yeah. Do you, does it annoy you because you know like the level you're at, and what do you think it is with that? Like when someone knows they're at a certain level and the night doesn't go their way, what do you think it is? Do you think it's things that could have attributed to it on the night, or
um, yeah, I think it was just the whole experience of it, going away, being away from everyone. Like from the other fights, I've just been at home. I've just been able to relax. I've sat on the Xbox the night before fights, just with my mates, just acted if it's a normal night. But it was just the experience going away. It was all a bit much, but that's why you do it, though, isn't it? To just keep on learning, just going further and further.
yeah, a bit homesick, was you?
Not homesick. I didn't feel bad or nothing like that. I didn't expect anything in the fight. I just thought it may got in there, and you look back on it and you think, well, maybe I was a bit maybe I did feel a bit different, but you don't think about it too deeply because
Yeah,
I'm straight back in like 6 weeks between the two fights, so I'm just jumping straight back in. I'm not reflecting on it. I'm just trying to. I think you learn from the best, mate. Wouldn't be able to teach no one. Oh, there's Tony now.
is that pressure for it? Is it? You'd seen Tony, was like, oh, where's Tony? Is that you like
A
pressure?
little
Is it?
bit, yeah. A little bit, yeah.
So let's talk about your next one then. You've got Conor Bourne.
Yeah, one.
What do you make of him as an opponent and a fighter?
Solid. He's a good opponent. He's won his last fight, didn't he, on Super Showdown, the TKO with a knee. He's a good opponent. I mean, if I can get through him, then I'm flying. Do you know what I mean? He's solid. He's good, very good to be honest. But we
Yeah,
think I've got the tools to beat him, and he might think the same to
yeah,
beat me. But we'll see.
yeah, definitely. So next thing you mentioned a bit before of being able to look back on fights and that, but is it difficult with how often Thai fighters compete? Is it difficult to sometimes look back on fights and see where you can improve when you know, like in the next few weeks, you've got another opponent in front of you?
I don't think so because like because you compete so often, like you're not really focusing on like a set opponent. You're always just training, and like
Mm.
people just implement that into your training, and it's not really like a camp. It's just you just keep training, but when you have a fight, you lay off a little bit of the shite. You know what I mean? And just I don't think so because you just keep training. It's never like a camp. Just keep
Yeah.
in the gym and keep working hard.
Is it rare in Thai that you'll look back on fights, or is it always just keep looking straight ahead and
I always
get
try
better?
and just look ahead because like you could have the best performance of your life in one fight and then get absolutely smashed in your next. So like there's no point looking to the past. It means nothing.
Mm.
It means nothing. Like once you're moving forward, then that's the important thing. There's no point looking back.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I asked Kieran this before, and I want your
Yeah,
opinion on it. I know you don't compete in MMA, but say if you were to cross over, do you
yeah,
believe, in your opinion, that having Thai as a striking base is one of the best bases you can have to
yeah,
go into that?
definitely, definitely. Kieran's had like a decent Thai background, and that's down to Tony and Alex and everyone in this
Yeah,
gym. But like, it's massive. I think. Just think,
yeah,
I think it's the best one personally. Anyway,
yeah,
well, that might be different for some others, but for me, I reckon it's the best one.
yeah. Because I think with Thai, you've got a lot of the elements of striking that will go into MMA. Obviously, you've got
Yeah,
your hands, your kick, you've got the knees, the elbows. You've got a lot of the elements. Obviously, like the only thing you'd have to improve is like the wrestling and the
yeah,
ground game. So like I've been thinking recently that like Thai probably is one of the best
yeah.
striking bases you can have.
Well, I used to train jits at the gate years ago, like a long time ago. But I know
Mm.
it's alright. I done a few jits comps in the gate and that. So like, I mean, I'm not like not awful, but I mean, I'm just not. No, I wouldn't be definitely not ready to like jump straight into an MMA amateur. But you know,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be too far off. I don't think. I think so anyway. I'd have to speak to Gav Hughes about that, but that's the long way off that at the moment.
yeah. Is that something you do want to eventually go into? Is make that shift over to MMA?
I don't know. I haven't thought too far down the line yet, but possibly. You know, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I know there's always talks about like money and that and what you get in Thai and stuff, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah, there's no money in Thai boxing, like is there?
Um, as you said, it's the experience, and you know, it's a different. I would guess it'd be a completely different type of experience to an MMA fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like sometimes I'm even just wrestling because it's good for your strength and things like that. Wrestling's massive. Like
Mm.
wrestling's the hardest
Yeah,
session you'll do here. So like it's just massive for your strength. So I still try and get in as much as I can for wrestling, but just I just don't see why I wouldn't want to do it. Just have to see in the future.
yeah. Um, for you then with Connor, to go back to him,
Yeah.
well, what do you think is his biggest tool that he has against you?
It's his height really, and just he wants to make it nasty. Well, he's probably gonna want to make it nasty in the clinch. That's what he's done in a lot of his fights. He just likes to walk forward, walk you down, and just get all you, grab the back of your neck, and just knee you. But you know, just see what we can do against that. And I mean, I don't want to give too much away because you know you might be
Yeah.
watching somewhere in the back, but yeah, that's just don't want to. I want to go too much into that.
Yeah, no, Sam, mate, I wouldn't expect you to give too much away. I try not like pull information up, but I like to
Yeah,
or
yeah,
to get an idea of things, and obviously I wouldn't expect you to give anything away, you know, because that would be silly. But well, when I spoke to Alex on here, he said about the fight that he was getting Titanium's name out there, and there was a gym that once sort of overlooked you. Do you think that's still the case with fighters from Titanium now, or do you think
yeah.
you have cemented your place as
Definitely not up
within?
north. Definitely not up north. I think we're massively respected now. People know who we are now. There's like, I mean, Kieran, Ben in the MMA. You've got me, Alex, Dylan, Sean Green. Like everyone's getting further on. Everyone knows who we are. People know our names now, and people like we're just getting more and more respect. And like people will see on our show in April, like the novices we've got, they're at a higher level than most novices, and people are gonna see that. And if they don't want to respect us, that's their problem. We'll just show them in the ring.
Yeah, definitely. So you mentioned the event on the 9th there. But can you talk a bit about Nation and what people can expect from the event overall?
Yeah, it's massive. It's gonna be that Grand Central. I don't know if you've been to a fight show in the Grand Central, but the fight shows in there, better. I think they're better than the Olympia in there. I think it's boss in there, and Nation, the amount of fights we've got on, like Alex is fighting for the European title against Joe Lemire. He fought Joe Lemire twice. You know, they had a good fight in 2019. That was a boss fight. Got Ian McCowan from Mazda. He's fighting for the I don't know. I know it's a title fight that they're fighting for. Dylan's fighting for the title. I'm fighting for the title. You know, Reece Hewitt, Isaac Gorman. That's another boss fight. You know, there's loads of good fights on. Like, people are gonna start like noticing like that we're putting the good shows on, and as everyone else is. Like this Saturday, Andy Arson's got a good show on in the Olympia. That'll be a good show. But I just think Nation's getting the amount of the show we did in August. That was a boss show for people. It's just all in all, like Nation just seems to keep getting better and better.
Yeah, and obviously with us, obviously we predominantly covered MMA, or we recently started to expand into Thai and that. Would you be able to sort of educate me a bit on some of the standout shows and fighters that you should be looking at?
For Thai, you want to be looking at Super Showdown, Muay Thai Grand Prix. The quite obvious, really. It's just Super Showdown with Yohao and Status Sandy. That's sponsored by Sandy, and like even MMA, everyone knows Sandy, don't they? Like, Sandy, a massive company, they're sponsored by them. You got Muay Thai Grand Prix. Like in a few weeks, Panicos fighting Craig Coakley in Dublin. I think that's for the world title, to be honest. Yeah, and then to be honest, this show on Saturday that Andy Harson's got on, that'll be a good show. Like Joe Ryan fighting Chris Shaw. Chris Shaw beat Panicos a few weeks on your house sometime last year. She looked in and sponsored by Venom. Like, Venom is sponsored by the UFC as well.
Yeah.
Super Showdown's a boss show, like, and something I want to get on in the future, defo, but we'll just have to see about that.
Is Super Showdown the one that has a show coming up in Olympia, is it?
No. That this Saturday in the Olympia, it's Andy Carson's show. I don't know what it's called. I was just looking at a few of the fights on there today, to be honest. And yeah, oh God, I can't remember. I don't know what it's called, but it looks a dead good show. Like, be a good show. I'm not going on, like, but I'll be in work. Yeah, that Super Showdown, they do that in the Marathon Stadium, you know, Bolton Wanderers, the footy team, they do that in that stadium. It's unreal in there, like.
Yeah. And after they start looking at them, because obviously, as I say, we want to start, you know, covering Thai a lot more than that as well. So, yeah, get looking at them. So, as you may know, I always ask like some random questions just to get to know a person a bit more than that. So the first one, as I say, these are more getting to know you. What habit holds you back most?
What habit holds me, like in the ring or just in general?
Just in general, might be something that you have in your daily life that you're like, oh, that's cost me some time, or you know, anything.
I don't know, really. I've never really thought about something that holds you back. You don't want to think about it, do you?
Yeah.
I'll have to rack my brain a bit here. I wouldn't even say I'm not going out or not. I'm never really out or not like that. To be honest, I'd like to job really, just like lowering my hours, because you'd rather be in the gym than in work. But it's not a habit, is it? That's not something you can do about it, really, is it? God, I don't know. I don't really think I'm too bad habits. Don't want to think too badly. I'm just wanking.
Yeah, that's a habit, like. If you want to say hold your back most, it's
Yeah.
up to you. So what's one food that you'll refuse to try?
One food I refuse to try. Or, oh, bloody hell. Probably say,
A lot of people tend to say seafood, don't they?
sorry?
A lot of people tend to say like certain seafood and that, don't they?
Ah, yeah, it's sushi. Defo, actually. Now you said that. Sushi. I couldn't touch that. Don't know how people eat it. It's just raw fish. Nah, not for me. Defo not for me. Couldn't go near it. What?
Do you like
Do you like sushi?
what?
Do you like sushi?
Yeah. I think I've tried it. It's not something that like I'd eat. No, I mean regularly. It's
Yeah.
a lot of people love it, don't they? But I've tried it. I don't know if I'd really say no to trying anything because I do that with me lads. If they go, oh no, I don't like it, just based off the looks of it, I was like, well, you haven't tried it.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Um,
I always say
did, did,
but that's just the one thing. I don't really eat that much fish anyway. Don't like it. I'm not a fan of fish.
good for you, you know.
I know, but don't come near me with it.
Yeah, smelly fish, not good. I done it with my lads a little while back. I brought in hummus. Did you like hummus?
Oh yeah, like hummus, carrots and hummus.
Yeah,
Not man, that.
yeah. And they were they looked at it and they're like, "What's that?" I said, "Just try it." You know what I mean? They tried it and now they like it more than me. So gotta get loads of pop with it when I get shopping.
Nah, I do like hummus. Not man, dude.
Yeah. So next one then, it's what's something that intrigues you?
What's something that intrigues me? Just probably say like ghosts. You know, I watch loads of like and space and things like that. Watch loads of little weird videos on YouTube about space. Me, can't go on my phone on my YouTube and come up with like top 10 unsolved mysteries in space and all that shit. Just get down proper rabbit holes at like 2 o'clock in the morning on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's bad for that, isn't it? With having an intrigue about them, do you believe they exist then?
Yeah, defo. There's no way you don't. Just too many weird things that happen in the world. Defo exist. Defo.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I'm not just talking about ghosts there as well. I'm talking about like aliens and that.
Yeah. The size of the universe, there's no way we're the only things. Definitely not. Has to be something else.
Yeah. Exactly. I think to think that we're just the only living thing, like that Earth's the only place that's occupied, I think it's just mad.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's move on to the next one because we'll probably get
bigger questions. Not like, do you think there's aliens? It's like just like you're stupid if you don't. In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
Right, you'll get me down the rabbit hole, yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on just so we don't do that. So do you read?
I read for my uni course. That's about it. Not for pleasure, no.
I was gonna say, do you recommend anything if you could?
I've just read the Harry Potter.
Trying to think of
read the Harry Potter books.
Harry Potter ones.
Yeah, I've read them a few times. Like,
I've got them there. Just I haven't got round to read them yet.
yeah, definitely they've watched them. Can't you like? It's like a ritual. Every Christmas and say like in the middle of summer, something like that. I'll just watch them.
Yeah. Just camp out and just watch them all.
Just shut the door, turn the light off, just put them on.
Do you go as Harry Potter on Halloween and that?
No. Nah, really dressed up, really got for me that. I couldn't. I'm always never not training. Wouldn't be
Yeah.
going out, mate.
So next one then. If you could, I think this one might interest you based off what you said about like space and all that. If you could, would you prefer to go back in time or go forward in time?
I think back because just like the things like the pyramids and that, there's so much skepticism over that. Like they're so skeptical and just back. Just find out the things that we think we know, but like, do we actually know?
Yeah, I get you. See what things had been hidden, so people don't realise they exist and that, and maybe even go for a ride on a dinosaur or something.
I'm all right, I'll pass on that. Saying that though, you know, he said this, I saw something the other day, apparently a T-Rex had feathers, and that just makes it a lot less scary than you always thought.
Yeah, it changes the dynamic with it, doesn't it, when you put feathers on a T-Rex, like...
It just doesn't seem right. I mean, we've never seen one in our lives, but it just doesn't sound normal.
Maybe it might be true, because they say birds are descendants from them, aren't they? So
Yeah, like chickens and that, don't they? Or possibly.
Yeah, could be, which is still mad, like, but yeah. So last one then. Show up on the night, standing across from Connor. What should people expect from you as soon as that bell rings?
Just tune in and see. Don't expect anything from me. Don't expect anything from him. Just watch. You'll just see.
Yeah.
You'll see what's gonna happen. I'm not expecting it. No one should expect anything from anyone. I think that like I'm just gonna turn up and I'm gonna be me and that.
Yeah. Just everyone show up and enjoy the show.
Show up, buy the pay-per-view if you're not coming. As long as you see what's happening, then people all know.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, mate. Look, it's been good talking to you, lads. Good to have you on. I appreciate your time and that, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
And you, mate, yeah. Thanks, Kieran. Right, I'll see you later.
Thank you, mate. See ya.